PLC stands for Professional Learning Community, and it is a group of professionals working together to improve learning outcomes within a particular discipline or subject.
It really guarantees that any classes that we teach in a team get the same experience, the same materials, the same assessments.
AISG has just piloted PLCs this year, and I'm hoping that we build enough momentum so that in the next 5 years, PLC becomes the real philosophy that we use to drive our instruction.
Utilize all of our resources. Since we include the learning support teacher as well as the EAL teacher, we can really get small group sizes.
In our practice, I think the PLC just gives a little bit more focus and kind of a continued thread throughout the year, so there's always something that we can look back on to see, you know, are we still working towards this goal, not just kind of one-off reflections.
The PLC is just putting a name onto stuff we've already been doing for a long time.
Now we're just more comfortable in everyone's strengths.
The experiences that we've been able to provide for our kids are way richer, and that's because of that trust where, you know, we're not afraid to come up with an idea even if it kind of sounds silly. And also we're both prepared to kind of risk trying new things, because when you're working in a team it does make you braver.
You know, if you're marking writing, I might notice things that another teacher would notice differently, so then we can have a discussion about how we would mark that. Do we feel the student has met their goal?
And I think the kids really understand that when they finally get work back, it's not just my opinion or Chris's opinion about what grade they should have. They absolutely know that, you know, the three of us have talked about it and come to an agreement.
The students realized that they didn't really have one teacher. They had three teachers.
Or regroup the students in the classroom and readdress any sort of learning standard that hasn't been met or areas of confusion. We'll rework that into our planning.
Maybe look at trends in the data and see areas where students might need more support, and we're able to help each other as colleagues as well.
I think the most work with how do we know the students are learning it, with the formatives and with the exit cards, and with really looking at them and trying to use them on a more regular basis to inform what we're going to be doing as we're learning.
The PLC model could provide better vertical articulation, and it would allow me to see with more clarity what happens in grades 6, 7, 9.
It would be neat to kind of bring that PLC into the grades below and the grades above.
If it works so well with the three of us, how much better would it be to have a larger pool of
The idea of having similar classes that we're teaching, we could do a lot more fun things with the idea of bringing them all together and actually co-teaching and stuff like that.
The sum is greater than the two of us.
And so I feel like it's a much broader view of how math is working, which has actually, I think, helped us be better teachers across the board, because there's much more connections with all of us.